back over here to Biscuits and Gaming. I am your host, Slim. Today, we start episode 6 of the Mega Farm series. It is September 1st in game. As you can see, we have a few more implements in the back there. I went ahead and purchased them before we ended August. But we ended up picking up a John Deere 980 cultivator. It was used. Not very used, but it was used. And then we picked up this roller. It was used as well. That one's a lot more beat up, but it'll do what we need to do. And then we picked up this Massey Ferguson 326 M17 direct drill seeder. That I did purchase brand new. So today we're going to kick it off and we're going to put in ourselves our very first field. So let's hook up this John Deere cultivator really quick. Now, a couple of these implements, the seeder as well as this cultivator, they're a little overrated than what my what my tractor's good for, but it still pulls it, just not very fast. But it'll still make do. It'll be alright. So let's get lined up here on where we want to make the edge of this field. Straighten her out here. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice little field cultivated. Definitely going to be a nice little start. Now, I have not decided which crop I'm going to put in here. We do not have a harvester at all. So if I do put any crops in, we're definitely going to have to make sure we have a harvester by that time, which I think we will. I don't think that will be an issue at all. So we're going to go ahead and plant some canola for our very first crop. There we go. Let's switch it to canola. We got fertilizer. We are good to go. Let's knock this out real quick. go. That didn't take very long at all. But I'm kind of surprised how well this Farmall pulls this Massey Ferguson direct drill seeder, though. I think it's rated for like 110 horsepower. I could be wrong. It could be 100. Pulls it like a champ, though. Now, if we were on a hill, I think we might have a little more issues, but not bad at all. So let's go ahead and drop our seeder really quick, and we'll come over here and pick up our roller. Let's open it up. Alright, let's knock this field out real quick. There we go, all nice and wrapped up. So, we officially got our first field planted, ready to go. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to do any weeding or spraying at the moment due to finances, but the day's young. We shall see what else we can accomplish here. So let's park this roller, drop it off, and let's take a look at our contracts. Do we have anything that fertilizing contract's worth a nice chunk? 39,000. It's root bit carrots. You know, that wouldn't be a bad one. I think we're going to go ahead and pick up we're going to pick up this cultivating contract, and we're going to knock this one out. Let's borrow items. And we're using the John Deere 410 8RT. This tractor's so cool. Like, it is a neat work of engineering. That is for sure. You think the way it was designed, it would just like, you'd hit your brakes and you'd just tip over? I wonder how stable they actually are inside the cab. Like, does it feel like you're going to tip over? That's kind of what I wonder. Alright, let's see where we're going here. Alright, field 18. Not too far away. But if the way it looks makes it seem like you would just like, as soon as you hit your brakes, you would be nose in heavy and you would just start rolling forward. Now, obviously, it doesn't, because they've been producing, or they produce these for a while. I don't know if they still produce these, but they seem to work. I love the track system too on these. They turn on a dime. Let's get a look at the inside of the cab. I love how detailed these are. They went pretty hard on the graphics for the insides of these cabs. I love it. Alright, this looks to be our field here on the right. Just not put it in the ditch this time. Would be great. There we go. Let's unfold this. Bring the plow down. Let's get to ripping. There we go. You know, it kind of bothers me that it doesn't allow you to finish the whole field. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a pet peeve of mine, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and turn this contract in. Made us another $6,500. Okay, $6,100. I didn't see that it cost $400 for the equipment there. Alright, so that puts us up to, back up to $36,000. So not bad, not bad. Let's see here. I think we're going to go ahead and try to, I think we will do another fast contract for this episode. I think we will do not a spraying one. Let's find something sort of quick. You know what? We'll knock out this mowing contract really fast. No we won't. I forgot to lease the equipment. I would like to know if there's a way to go back and borrow the exact items once you accept the contract, or are you kind of uh, up to your own discretion on what you lease after the fact? Like, if you don't accept their equipment, do you have to go lease something else or use your own equipment? Or can you go back and lease what they're offering you to use? See, I don't know that. So let's open up our map here really fast. Okay, we're going down by the baseball field. So not too bad of a drive. Why are we lowering the mower deck? I don't want to do that. We're just gonna whip it there. Using a nice Fendt though for this. I definitely like Fendt. I don't know if it's the color of the tractor I like so much, or I don't know. I'm a John Deere fan mainly, but I like the look of these Fendts. They're a really nice tractor in my opinion. Now, I've never got to see one in person. I need to go to one of these major ag shows. I think that would be a lot of fun. I've never been to one other than, like, you know, your county fair ag show, you know, where they're showing off tractors. But I'd like to go to one of these bigger ag shows that they put on someday. I know there's one in, like, Kentucky, and I think there's one in Illinois. I'm not too sure, though. One day, though, I'll have to make a visit and go to one. Well, that was a little bit longer of a drive than I thought, but it's alright. Why are you stopping? Get out of my way. Alright, let's get this field knocked out real fast. There we go. Contract complete. But we're going to go ahead and knock this little strip out real quick because, I don't know, it's going to bug me if I leave it. Now we are complete. Now I wonder if I can come back and bring my baler and my tedder and windrower and hay this field up. I wonder if I should give it a shot to see if I can. I don't know. Let's turn this contract in. Complete. And that's the one I canceled. Sweet. So that puts us up to $45,000 for this episode. Why can't I tab to my tractor? There we go. So $45,000 this episode, and we officially have our first field. So not too bad. Not bad at all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode over here on Biscuits and Gaming. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.